Well, hello everyone. Talk to you guys for requirements though is if it's based on system requirements is, and a lot of times though that we may think that with most of the time with most requirements though that we may think that in some ways that they're not fair, or that they may seem to be maybe too much complicated is, especially if they're going to be used for, like you say, working on our taxes. And if it's working on our bills, managing our bills and working on our finances, and of course, we say with the class stuff it is. And in a lot of ways, I really just think that the whole part about requirements, though, between the system, say product, device requirements, and then along with recommendations though, but a lot of times I really just think that it's all about the whole purpose about the between downloading and installing a software requirement program, or say recommendations. It could require like maybe a certain program or a certain type of sound card, or if it's any type of amount of memory though. And with most of us would probably say that on the other hand too, that knowing about between the time and the money it is of knowing about that with most of these programs though you never heard of them. But on the other hand too, that we may not have heard of such and such as Atapakisa, Atapakisa 104 or something like that. But so far as talk about with system requirements though, we may think about the system requirements just to show this idea, this real clear picture here of knowing about for what's required for that, and then of course for what's used to develop that certain purpose. But in a lot of ways, I just really think that more likely that it could be us. Us. It may require our attention too, and knowing about say the type of schooling and so far learning about the connection say with technology does. I'm talking between between the requirements and say with the recommendations, and knowing about this like required is, and knowing about this like talk about with that type of person who's like for skill and knowledge of knowing about how it works. But talk say for so far talk about say with system required.